Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Idiot Toronto Fan Podcast, Episode 2. You know, I would be doing this live right now, but unfortunately YouTube and those massive bag of dicks at Google, as in the people who own YouTube, thought it would be a hilarious troll job to force me to apparently notify them 24 hours beforehand and take 24 fucking hours to verify. Seriously. It takes me a shorter amount of time to verify my account than it does to verify my account for a live stream. It's actual bullshit. Anyways, next week I'm hoping to actually go live. I do apologize if I gave you all some false hope. All of my 71 followers on Instagram and over 200 dead followers on Twitter. Please follow my Twitter at Idiot Toronto Fan or my Instagram at Idiot Toronto Fan. And if you're here, you should already be subscribed. Now shouldn't you? So, before we get into business, first of all, I want you to appreciate the art that I made. Totally didn't make that on my phone at all. Totally worked really hard on it. Yeah, so I finally have some podcast wallpaper stuff, which is pretty good. Well, yeah. Secondly, serious business. This is not sports or channel related at all, but if you don't know me personally, you may or may not know that I am from Thailand. I was born in Thailand. I currently live in Canada, and I'm also Canadian. My father is the Canadian side. But I'm sure you know about the Thai soccer team. Well, I guess this is related to sports. But, of course, there's a youth soccer team stuck in the cave. I'm relieved to know that 4 of the boys have been rescued. We got quite a few more to go. And I just hope you send out your thoughts and or prayers, whatever you believe in, and just hope for the best for them. Thank you. Anyways, now that we got the serious stuff out of the way, let's have some fun here. Today I'm going to talk about, well, just a lot of things. Tavares being confirmed to play with Mitch Marner. Demarcus Cousins killed the NBA. Well, even though it was already dead. But is it really his fault? The Blue Jays this week. Argonauts versus Eskimos. James Franklin, the next Ricky Ray. Jose Bautista's walk-off grand slam against Tampa Bay. The Maple Leafs signing Tyler Ennis. The Toronto Wolfpack owning another team, Sheffield, and securing the league leader shield, which basically means the championship, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. Toronto FC. What caused this shitty season? And before we start off everything, I'm going to give you a fun fact that I heard from Sportsnet 590 today whilst in the car listening to Jay's game on the radio. Apparently, in the Dominican Republic, the 2 most popular baseball teams are the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. I should have guessed it with the amount of Blue Jays stuff and mentions of Jose Bautista when I was there a couple of years ago. Actually, that was last year. But yeah, of course, let's just start off quick with Tavares being confirmed to play with Mitch Marner. Yeah, that was like the pitch that was given for Tavares to sign the Leafs. Like, you got San Jose over here with, hey, we have money. And then Kyle Dubas comes over and says, hey, we have Mitch Marner, and we'll let you play with him. And it turns out that's better than money, which isn't that surprising. Marner's awesome. Demarcus Cousins. In case you didn't already know, he signed a huge-ass contract with Golden State. I don't know if you've heard this or not, because I know a lot of people clearly haven't, which is kind of concerning. Well, Demarcus Cousins signed with Golden State Warriors, and apparently no other teams were interested in him. So, that raises a question. Yes, Cousins just killed the NBA, even though it's already been dead. But is it really his fault? I think it's safe to say, not really. Because DeMarcus Cousins had no choice. But before you say, oh, he could have just went to EuroLeague or something. Why would a player the caliber of DeMarcus Cousins do that? DeMarcus Cousins, for all his temper and all his problem and locker room problems and media relation problems and shit like that, and the fact that the Pelicans ended up being good after he got injured, he's still a tremendous player. And sure, maybe he would have screwed up some teams' locker room culture, but some teams desperately need him, and that's just a fact. As a player, I honestly could have seen him going to the Raptors. But yeah, I mean, so can you really blame the guy? Now, if he had other options, then yeah, you can blame the guy easily, because he could have just went to another team. Like, say that the Clippers offered him a contract along with Golden State. He could have just went to the Clippers. But no, he had no real options besides going to Europe. And he's DeMarcus Cousins. You really think he would do that? If there's anyone to blame for the whole NBA situation, it's the commissioner, Adam Silver, for not doing a damn thing about it. Go watch some hockey. You'll thank me later. You're eating tree 2018. Yes, I quote my idol. You frickin' lolcows. Blue Jays, or Blow Jays, whatever you want to call them. I really don't care at this point. It's almost like the same damn thing. Jose Bautista returned to Toronto. He did pretty well. He got applauded, of course, because it's Jose Bautista. Toronto loves him. I miss him. He's my favorite Jay of all time. Partially because I wasn't alive to see Carter and Alomar, like, in their primes and winning World Series and stuff. But if they were, it would probably be them. But honestly, I just love Bautista's savagery. Jays, of course, took on the Mets. That's the team that Bautista's with now. The New York Mets. They're like the Yankees' little brother. The Jays won a game against them. Lost the second game. It's just normal Jays stuff. Nothing real significant to talk about there. Jays also took on the Yankees. They took them on today, losing 2-1 in extra innings. Day before, they got absolutely bitch slapped because Jay Happ thought it would be funny to allow 6 runs in the beginning of the game. And before that, we actually beat them somehow. No, I'm not even kidding. The Jays actually won a game against the Yankees. It's really weird. I'm not used to this. Just kidding, I am, because like that happens sometimes. Yeah, not much big there. Kevin Pillar has been significant with the Jays. He made a couple of great catches, because why the fuck wouldn't he? It's Kevin Pillar. He made one against Nick Castellanos, against the Detroit Tigers. That was the series during Canada Day weekend. I think the Jays ended up losing that game badly. Like, I think that was a 9-1 blowout loss. The Detroit Tigers on Canada Day, because those red jerseys are actually cursed. And he also had one against the Yankees. It wasn't as impressive as the Tigers one, but of course it's still impressive because it's Kevin Pillar. I honestly forget which game that was, but yeah. So moving on, you got Argonauts versus Eskimos. So this is the Argonauts this week. They were winless heading into their game against the Edmonton Eskimos. As you all know, maybe if you pay attention to Argos or Canadian football, Ricky Ray, who's basically the greatest CFL quarterback of all time, he got injured, neck injury, I think it was. Appeared to have a concussion, but it turns out the hospital was like, no, you're fine, it's just a neck. Because, of course, he took a bad hit against Calgary at BMO Field. So that made James Franklin, the guy we recently traded for, who we got from Edmonton, by the way. Yeah, remember last time we got a quarterback from Edmonton? It was some guy named Ricky. He won us some Grey Cups. Nothing special. Yeah, James Franklin, he had a pretty good start. At first, the Argos were leading like 12-0 because I guess our kicker, we don't actually have a kicker ever since Lirim Haulahu decided to go to fucking Hamilton for some reason. And we eventually blew that lead to be down 14-12. And then James Franklin made some brilliant play calls. He made some nice passes. He also relied on James Wilder Jr. a lot, which is honestly a really good idea since it's James Wilder Jr. Why wouldn't you trust him with stuff? And they eventually got the touchdown, and off of a pass, I forget who, so I'm going to look that up shortly once I can get the app loading and my fucking internet to work. Yeah, I hate it when that happens, when I try to use my internet and it just goes out. Let's see. It was a passing touchdown to Declan Cross. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass from James Franklin. And then to take the lead, did a 2-point conversion pass to Armandi Edwards for the lead. The first 2 touchdowns were by both was a James Franklin 2-yard touchdown run and a James Wilder Jr. 5-yard touchdown run. Turns out the first conversion was just a missed kick because Ryan Pfeffer, whatever his last name is, can't kick. And then the second one was a failed 2-point pass, but I mean, it's hard to do that stuff, so. So James Franklin had 16 out of 24 completed. I'm not a mathematician, so I can't do percentages for you. And scored credited with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He did 217 yards. Mike Riley, Edmonton's quarterback, had 28 out of 40 completed. He did 370 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing, CJ Gable had 14 carries, got 39 yards, an average 2.8, no touchdowns, 1 fumble. James Wilder Jr. had 21 carries, 120 yards, 5.7 average, 1 touchdown, no fumbles. And yeah, the Argos actually won a game. It's really nice. You want to know who didn't win a game this year? Hamilton! That's right, Tiger Cats! I don't care if you're leading us in the standings, I still can say suck it! Because we won, and you did not! Even though I'm probably going to regret the trash talk by, like, next week when we take on Edmonton again. Oh, we're so fucked. Well, yeah, the Argos have a 1-2 record, which places them in the spot known as... Sorry, I'm doing, like, last-minute research here, because this is just stuff off the top of my head. That's how these podcasts work. Standings, they are in 3rd place now. They're above Montreal like they should have been in the first place! Woo! Of course, we're below Hamilton, who is actually not the best in the East anymore. That honor will go to Ottawa. Ottawa is 2-1, Hamilton's 2-2, Toronto's 1-2, and the Montreal Apuettes, as I'm going to call them, because they're absolute horse shit, is 1-3. So yeah, there's your CFL news. What's my next topic? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. James Franklin, the next Ricky Ray. Yeah, I can see it. Firstly, it's not really much a coincidence. I feel it's more fate than anything. That to get Ricky Ray, we made a blockbuster trade with Edmonton, and of course this trade wasn't as blockbuster, but it was still pretty big in the sense that James Franklin was good, but he was just a backup to Mike Riley. So, James Franklin, he had a decent, pretty solid performance last night. So, honestly, James Franklin, I feel that the reason they signed Ricky Ray to a 1-year deal and Ricky Ray didn't retire at the end of the season, which I think he almost did, was simple. I think that Ricky Ray wants to pass the torch to someone, and that someone appears to be James Franklin. As you notice, Ricky Ray is still doing things for the team, despite, of course, being on the sideline, being injured. He's been running quarterback team meetings. He was on the bench at the game last night. And I truly do believe that James Franklin does have the potential to be our next starting quarterback. Well, he already is because Ricky Ray is injured, but I mean, I just think that he's going to be a star for a while with the Argonauts. So now that we got that covered, Jose Bautista making Tampa Bay eat a bag of shit and regret trying to lowball him in the offseason. How did he do that, you may ask? Well, the Mets hosted the Tampa Bay Rays last night. Actually, no, not last night, Friday. I remember that because that was the same day the Jays beat the Yankees, which was really weird to me still. The game was 1-1, bottom of the ninth. Some dumbass pitcher, don't know his name, don't really care, he's just a dumbass, that's all you need to know. Thought it would be funny to walk Brendan Nimmo to get it bases loaded for the Mets. One problem, Jose Bautista's at bat. And first pitch, gone. Or as the Mets announcers like to say, not in this one for some reason. It's out of here! That was a terrible impression, but I do like the Mets announcers a lot. But yeah, that's Jose Bautista's first career walk-off grand slam. I wanted to give a huge congratulations to Jose Bautista because, of course, he's my favorite, and I'm happy that he's doing well in the Mets, and the Mets are actually treating him right, unlike the fucking Rays. Kendrick Morales today got his 500th home run, so I should give a shout out to him as well. Congratulations, Morales. Well done. Yeah. So, some more news. The Maple Leafs did another signing. It's nothing as big as, like, John Tavares, of course. And no, they did not get Erik Karlsson. Stop. We already got John Tavares. You can stop going absolutely freaking crazy about, oh my god, we're going to get Erik Karlsson. No, you're not. Tampa has a better shot than us, and we all know how Tampa is with their cap situation stuff. So yeah, Tyler Ennis, he's a forward. He plays left wing. He was drafted by the Sabres in 2008. He was born in 1989, so he's 28 years old. He's a native of Edmonton, Alberta. He last played for Minnesota. Last season, he played 73 games, had 8 goals. He had 14 assists, 22 points, and yeah. So Tyler Ennis, I think, pretty solid signing. I don't think he's gonna be called up to the main team. Sorry if I broke anyone's hearts. I honestly don't give a damn. I think he's a Marlies signing more than anything, but I could be totally wrong. Again, this stuff's just off the top of my head. If you disagree with me, I honestly don't give much of a shit if you're gonna be a dick about it. But if you're gonna have a civilized conversation, feel free to hit me up. You can DM my Instagram anytime, or my Twitter, actually. My Instagram's a lot easier. And yeah. So, Toronto Wolfpack. They kicked the shit out of Sheffield, but that's honestly shouldn't be that surprising to you. Like, honestly, I forgot the score because of how badly Sheffield got owned. But they just clinched first place in the second division league. In case you didn't know, the league that they're in has promotion relegation, something North America's not really used to. Basically, if you're like bottom out, you don't get a draft pick. You just get sent to a league lower than you. So they don't really have a farm system because, of course, the whole farm system is either the whole team goes up or like no one goes up, or the whole team gets sent down, or no one gets sent down. You know, just shit like that. So they beat Sheffield 68-4, but honestly, that's like nothing new with the Wolfpack. They just kick the shit out of everyone. That's like their thing. I would tell you all the tries that happened, but like, I mean, it was basically the entire team. Let's see how my favorite Liam Kay did. He only got 1, but honestly, that's fine. It was really funny because Sheffield decided to give it up. So yeah, Toronto Wolfpack clinched first place. They clinched the league leader shield. They will be fighting for promotion to the Rugby Super League in England, which basically is the top level, which I wouldn't be surprised if they win the championship of that next year as well at the rate that they're winning championships, proving that Vegas may not be the greatest expansion franchise of all time. That goes to the Wolfpack. Yes, I know hockey is a lot more grueling in the sense that like Stanley Cup playoffs are brutal, and Vegas, I'm not discrediting Vegas at all, but I'm just going to tell you this. The Wolfpack, for all their away games, have to travel all the way to fucking England. I don't think Vegas has to do that. But still, very impressed with Vegas. I'm not discrediting you. I'm just saying. Toronto FC. Oh, good God. You guys won a championship last year? That is so hard to believe. Like, did you actually win a championship last year? Because, no, you're not looking like that team right now. And I can explain what this probably attributed to. I didn't watch any hot takes from anyone else, so I'm just going to do one myself, again, off the top of my head. I'm partially exhausted, so, like, of course, I'm going to sound dumb sometimes, but if Stephen A. Smith, I mean, not Stephen A. Smith, I can't like Stephen A. Smith, what's his name? If Skip Bayless can work for ESPN or Fox or whatever, I have every right to say whatever the hell I feel like, okay? So, Toronto FC, what caused this shitty season? At first, you can say, well, they were focused on Champions League. They were resting their main guys and having the younger guys play the MLS regular season games. Yeah, that was the beginning of the season. How about now? Honestly, the only thing I can think of is that Josie Altidore is injured, and without Altidore, you're basically fucked. And I'm not discrediting Jovinko or Bradley or our goalkeeper Bono, who are basically our star players. And I'm not discrediting young talent either. But fact of the matter is, Josie Altidore was a key piece to the Toronto FC club. Of course, in case you didn't already know, he scored the cup-winning goal a year after nearly scoring the cup-winning goal, but having this brick wall named Stephen Fry stop him, who used to play for Toronto. Anyways, if you wonder how Seattle was doing, last I checked, they were shit too. So, like, I think it's just a massive chance of hangover. Because unlike the NBA, the MLS has this thing called parity. You should check it out sometime, NBA. I like basketball. I just don't like the NBA. So Toronto FC this week drew 2-2 against Sporting Kansas City in front of like the most boring sold-out crowd I have ever seen. That crowd literally put me to sleep at the beginning. Near the end they were a lot better, but that was just them being stupid. And yeah, that basically covers a lot. I really skimmed through this thing like fast. Oh wow, only 20 minutes, 21 minutes now. So yeah, again, I'm sorry I couldn't do this live. It turns out YouTube's run by a bunch of pieces of shit. Yeah, I might as well just check like a schedule or something. I don't know what's coming up. Oh yeah, here's something I can talk about. Canada lacrosse. The World Lacrosse Championships are happening in Israel, because apparently Israel plays lacrosse, and more than just Canada and USA plays lacrosse. TSN is going to be airing that. First game is this Saturday on the this Saturday on the 14th at 2 p.m. And it's on TSN2. Team Canada will be taking on Scotland, because apparently Scotland plays lacrosse as well. I know, I'm honestly baffled by that. Yeah, I might as well give you statistics for the Jays game. Because, like, yeah, I might as well. That's not the game I was looking for. What the fuck, guys? Yeah, they lost 8-5 yesterday. Today they lost 2-1. Of course, Morales got the only run in the game for the Jays. Our starting pitcher was, what's his name? Somewhere. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Where is he? Our starting pitcher. I'm trying to remember his name already. I'm really bad at names. He's like a new guy. Ryan Barucki, that's him. He had a pretty solid start. He allowed only 7 hits, only 1 run. Only one earned run, rather. He had 5 strikeouts, 2 breaking balls. ERA of 2.25. He generally played really well, showing a lot of promise. He's young talent. He lasted 7 innings, which is good. So he allowed, on average, a hit per inning, which isn't that bad at all. Seung-Hwan Oh covered 2 innings, the 8th and 9th. 1 hit allowed, 1 strikeout. He has an ERA of 3.00, or I should say 3. Tyler Clippard takes the fat L. He decided it would be funny to allow a run, as in a hit that led to a run. He struck out 2 guys. He pitched the 10th inning. CRA is 3.16. And yeah, there was a lot of double plays. I don't think you care much about the stats. Diaz was caught stealing off of like absolute stupidity. Like, just go check the play for yourself. It was absolutely stupid. Okay. The attendance was apparently really good, 39,866. Remember when we used to sell out the Rogers Center? Yeah, me too. It was pretty nice. Yankees, of course, were bet on. The game lasted 2 hours, 51 minutes. Umpires were absolute horseshit. David Robertson gets the save as he represents the Yankees. He had 1 strikeout. He only pitched to the bottom in the 10th. And yeah. The 2 Yankees runs were from the 1st inning and 10th inning, whilst the Jays run was from the 6th inning. So there's your Jay statistics. Sorry I gave the Argos Eskimos statistics. Toronto FC, Sporting Kansas City. The first goal was by Jonathan Osorio at the 25-minute mark to make it 1-0 for Toronto. They led 1-0 at the half. There was a yellow card given Zavaleta, 56 minutes. Then, off of a penalty kick, a legitimate penalty kick, not the shootout penalty kick. Sanchez of Kansas City scored 57 minutes to make it 1-1. 59 minutes in, Frazier got a yellow card. 61 minutes in, Russell of Kansas City made it 2-1. Hasler got substituted Delgado at 6-7 minutes, as well as Tosaint Ricketts substituting Frazier. And then Josh Hamilton would score at 69 minutes to make it 2-2. Then there would be 3 substitutions at the 71-minute mark, the 73-minute mark, and the 80-minute mark by Kansas City. And I'm going to say them in respective order. Shelton in, Rubio out, Amor in, Opara out, Belmar in, Shelton out. And then Zuzi of Kansas City got a yellow card. Akinola was substituted in the 88-minute mark for Josh Hamilton. That's Toronto. And then in stoppage time, Kuzin got a yellow card. The game ended in a 2-2 draw. Kansas City, I believe, is currently in second place, last I checked, for the Western Conference, the MLS, whilst Toronto is doing worse than fucking Montreal. Which, fun. Real fun. Might as well, let's see, Jays, their 8-5 loss to the Yankees. Here's what happened here. 4 runs were allowed in the first inning, top first inning for the Yankees. They also got their other runs, 3 in the third, and 1 in the top ninth. Jays got their 5 runs, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, and 1 in the ninth. It was Luis Severino versus Jay Happ, our two aces. The Yankees ace versus the Jays ace. Turns out Jay Happ didn't really have an ace type of pitching afternoon. Like, that was... He allowed, let's see, 4 hits, 6 runs, all 6 of them were earned runs, had 5 strikeouts, 6 breaking balls. Yeah. He pitched for 2.2 innings. Luis Severino had 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of them were considered to be earned, 5 strikeouts, and 2 breaking balls. So... The scoring, of course, started from a Brent Gardner home run, followed by Aaron Judge, and then Aaron Judge with a home run. Brandon Drury got a double to center with Stanton and Hicks scoring. This is at top of the first. Bottom of the second, Kevin Pillar hit a home run, top of the third. Gardner got triple to center with Gregorius scoring and Bird scoring. And then Maley fucked up somehow, and Gardner reached home base. While in the fourth, Randall Grichuk homered to the left on a 1-1 count, marking his 11th home run this season. While in the sixth, Kevin Pillar hit a sacrifice fly to center fielder Gardner, and Justin Smoke, I almost said John Smoke for some reason, scored. Top ninth, Didi Gregorius singled left with Miguel Andujar scoring, and bottom ninth, Diaz, I forget how to pronounce his first name, tried so hard with his 8th home run, sending a homer to the center on an 0-1 count. But unfortunately, that would not be enough, and the Jays would lose 8-5 in front of 44,352 people, which is depressingly pretty good for like Jays attendance this season, because Jays attendance this season has been shit. Next Jays game is 7:35 p.m. July 10th. Where they get to deal with those assholes from Atlanta, the team assembled by previous general manager Alex Anthopoulos. The Argos will visit the Eskimos in northern Alberta, which means Edmonton, 9 p.m. on July 13th. And Toronto FC are on July 14th, which is the night after, will be visiting Orlando at 8 p.m. Toronto Wolfpack, they have another game coming up. I'm going to have to check the schedule on this one on a different app because the score unfortunately does not cover them. I'm partially doing this just so this goes longer so I can be proud of myself. They will be taking on... Come on, rugby. They'll be taking on Batley. This will be in Toronto. This is the championship. Batley's in 7th place in their league, in like their second league, or the Betfred Championship. Toronto are in first place, and Batley is trying to avoid relegation, whilst Toronto was trying to earn promotion. So yeah, Toronto's probably going to blow them out, but I don't want to get too confident because I have seen them shit themselves before. And it was absolutely painful. Let's see if there's anything else coming up that I should know about. Probably not. Toronto Bison's update. They lost today, but Bisons are normally good from what I've seen, so that's good. And final fun fact to leave you off. Yeah, you know one of our top Jays prospects, Bo Bichette? He's like really good along with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. playing for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, which is our AA affiliate. AA is one below AAA. AAA is one below the major leagues, as in the Blue Jays. AAA is Buffalo. Well, yeah, apparently he's a Wimbledon champion. The fuck? This guy's crazy. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my podcast. You probably did not, but honestly, I just do this just for the hell of it anyways. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at IdiotTorontoFan, where you can see some of my tweets about mainly Toronto and anything in general, really. You can follow my Instagram, IdiotTorontoFan. Well, gee, never would have guessed that. For some memes, mainly regarding Toronto, and to chat if you feel like it. And of course, you should have already subscribed to my YouTube, you asshole. Just kidding. You're cool. Whoever you are. You're really cool for somehow listening to this podcast. So if you made it all the way, congratulations. Here's the prize. Knowing that I'll be back. I know that might sound creepy or like I had a voice crack. Don't care. Have a great day. And remember, why am I an idiot? Because I chose to be a Toronto fan.